Property and Casualty Insurance Test Prep. Question 1. The PAP's physical damage coverage limit is typically, option A, the stated amount in the policy, option B, the lower of the actual cash value or the cost to repair or replace, option C, the full purchase price, option D, unlimited. The correct answer is option B, the lower of the actual cash value or the cost to repair or replace. Physical damage losses are settled based on ACV or repair cost, not to exceed the vehicle's value. Question 2. A non-waiver agreement is, option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions, option B, a document signed by the insured allowing the insurer to investigate without waiving policy defenses, option C, an agreement not to cancel the policy, option D, a waiver of premium. The correct answer is option A, an agreement to waive all policy conditions. A non-waiver agreement permits investigation while preserving the insurer's right to later deny coverage. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 3. The risk-based capital requirements for insurers, option A, have no effect. Option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. Option C, reduce capital requirements. Option D, only apply to life insurers. The correct answer is option B, require insurers to maintain capital proportional to their risk exposure. RBC ensures insurers have adequate capital to support their risk. Question 4. Collision coverage in a PAP covers, option A, damage from fire and theft. Option B, damage from the upset of the vehicle or impact with another vehicle or object. Option C, damage from falling objects. Option D, medical expenses. The correct answer is option C, damage from falling objects. Collision covers upset, rollover, or impact with another vehicle or object. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 5. Employer's liability insurance, Part 2, covers, option A, statutory workers' compensation benefits. Option B, liability for work-related injuries not covered by workers' compensation statutes. Option C, property damage. Option D, automobile liability. The correct answer is option C, property damage. Employer's liability covers gaps in workers' compensation coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 6. Compensatory damages include, option A, only punitive amounts. Option B, both special damages, economic, and general damages, non-economic. Option C, only pain and suffering. Option D, only medical bills. The correct answer is option B, both special damages, economic, and general damages, non-economic. Compensatory damages include both economic, medical bills, lost wages, and non-economic, pain and suffering, losses. Question 7. An insurer must acknowledge a claim within, option A, 1 year, option B, a reasonable time, often specified by state law, example, 10 to 30 days, option C, 6 months, option D, no time limit. The correct answer is option D, no time limit. State laws specify timeframes for claim acknowledgement. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 8. The Terrorism Risk Insurance Act, TRIA, option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. Option B, provides a federal backstop for terrorism insurance losses. Option C, requires insurers to cover all terrorism. Option D, is a state program. The correct answer is option A, excludes all terrorism coverage. TRIA creates a federal reinsurance mechanism for certified terrorism losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 9. Which of the following is considered a speculative risk? Option A, a house fire. Option B, a car theft. Option C, investing in the stock market. Option D, a liability lawsuit. The correct answer is option B, a car theft. Speculative risk involves a chance of both profit and loss. Pure risks, which are insurable, only involve the chance of loss or no loss. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 10. The mold exclusion in property policies typically provides, option A, unlimited mold coverage. Option B, limited coverage for mold resulting from a covered water loss. Option C, no mold coverage under any circumstances. Option D, full mold remediation. The correct answer is option D, full mold remediation. Most policies provide limited coverage for mold if it results from a covered water loss, with sublimits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 11. The CGL policy's expected or intended injury exclusion excludes, option A, all injuries. Option B, bodily injury or property damage that is expected or intended from the insured's standpoint. Option C, only criminal acts. Option D, only intentional torts. The correct answer is option A, all injuries. Intentional acts by the insured are excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 12. The causes of loss special form provides. Option A, named perils only. Option B, open perils coverage, all risks of direct physical loss unless excluded. Option C, no coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option A, named perils only. The special form is open perils, covering all risks of direct physical loss not specifically excluded. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 13. The peak season endorsement provides. Option A, coverage during the off-season. Option B, increased coverage limits during periods of higher inventory. Option C, coverage for seasonal businesses only. Option D, reduced premiums year-round. The correct answer is option B, increased coverage limits during periods of higher inventory. Peak season endorsements increase coverage limits during specified periods when inventory values are higher. Question 14. Blanket insurance means. Option A, insurance covering only one item. Option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Option C, insurance with no limit. Option D, only liability coverage. The correct answer is option B, one policy limit covering multiple items or locations. Blanket coverage provides a single limit that applies to multiple items, locations, or categories of property. Question 15. Cargo coverage in a trucker's policy covers. Option A, the truck itself. Option B, goods being transported that belong to others. Option C, the driver's personal items. Option D, the trailer only. The correct answer is option C, the driver's personal items. Motor truck cargo covers the carrier's liability for damage to cargo. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 16. Coverage C of the CGL policy provides. Option A, bodily injury liability. Option B, medical payments, no-fault medical expenses for injuries on premises. Option C, personal injury liability. Option D, products liability. The correct answer is option D, products liability. Coverage C is medical payments coverage, regardless of fault. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 17. A fleet auto policy typically provides. Option A, coverage for a single vehicle. Option B, coverage for multiple vehicles under one policy, often with experience rating. Option C, only liability coverage. Option D, only physical damage coverage. The correct answer is option C, only liability coverage. Fleet policies cover multiple vehicles, typically 5+, under a single policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 18. The PAP's duties after an accident require the insured to. Option A, admit fault immediately. Option B, notify the police if required, provide the insurer with details, and cooperate in the investigation. Option C, pay all damages upfront. Option D, repair the vehicle before inspection. The correct answer is option A, admit fault immediately. The insured must report the accident, cooperate, and allow inspection before repairs. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 19. Specific insurance means. Option A, a blanket limit for all property. Option B, a separate limit for each specific item or location. Option C, unlimited coverage. Option D, liability only. The correct answer is option C, unlimited coverage. Specific insurance applies a distinct limit to each described item or location. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 20. Water backup coverage in a homeowner's policy. Option A, is automatically included. Option B, covers damage from sewer or drain backup if endorsed. Option C, covers all water damage. Option D, is flood insurance. The correct answer is option C, covers all water damage. Water backup coverage requires an endorsement. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 21. A temporary substitute vehicle is covered under a PAP when. Option A, the insured borrows a neighbor's car for convenience. Option B, the insured uses a non-owned vehicle while their covered auto is out of service due to breakdown, repair, or loss. Option C, the insured rents a car for vacation. Option D, any borrowed vehicle. The correct answer is option D, any borrowed vehicle. A temporary substitute replaces a covered auto that is out of normal use. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 22. A building and personal property coverage form covers. Option A, liability only. Option B, buildings, business personal property, and personal property of others. Option C, automobiles. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, liability only. The BPP form covers direct physical loss to buildings and business personal property. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 23. The insurer's duty to defend is typically. Option A, narrower than the duty to indemnify. Option B, broader than the duty to indemnify, defend even if ultimately not liable. Option C, the same as the duty to indemnify. Option D, non-existent. The correct answer is option D, non-existent. The duty to defend is broader. The insurer must defend if the allegations potentially fall within coverage. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 24. Host liquor liability under a homeowner's policy. Option A, covers a business serving alcohol. Option B, covers the insured who serves alcohol to guests at a social event, not a business. Option C, excludes all alcohol-related claims. Option D, requires a separate policy. The correct answer is option A, covers a business serving alcohol. Host liquor liability covers social hosts, not those in the business of selling alcohol. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 25. A proof of loss form must be submitted. Option A, before the loss occurs. Option B, within a specified time after the loss, usually 60 days. Option C, only if the insurer requests it. Option D, never. The correct answer is option C, only if the insurer requests it. The insured must submit a sworn proof of loss within the time specified in the policy. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 26. Workers' compensation provides. Option A, liability coverage for the employer. Option B, medical and wage loss benefits to employees for work-related injuries, regardless of fault. Option C, only medical benefits. Option D, only death benefits. The correct answer is option A, liability coverage for the employer. Workers' comp is a no-fault system for work injuries. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 27. The pro rata liability clause applies when. Option A, only one policy covers the loss. Option B, multiple policies cover the same loss, and each pays proportionally. Option C, the insured is liable for part of the loss. Option D, the insurer cancels the policy. The correct answer is option B, multiple policies cover the same loss, and each pays proportionally. Pro rata liability means each insurer pays its proportionate share of the loss based on policy limits. Question 28. A Business-Owners Policy, BOP, combines. Option A, only property coverage. Option B, property and liability coverage for eligible small businesses. Option C, only liability coverage. Option D, only workers' compensation. The correct answer is option B, property and liability coverage for eligible small businesses. BOPs package property and liability for small businesses. Question 29. The claims made CGL form covers. Option A, occurrences during the policy period. Option B, claims first made during the policy period, provided the occurrence is after the retroactive date. Option C, all claims regardless of when made. Option D, only reported claims. The correct answer is option B, claims first made during the policy period, provided the occurrence is after the retroactive date. Claims made policies are triggered by the claim being made during the policy period. Question 30. The statute of limitations for filing suit on an insurance claim. Option A, is unlimited. Option B, limits the time within which a lawsuit must be filed, varies by state and policy. Option C, is always 1 year. Option D, is always 5 years. The correct answer is option A, is unlimited. The policy or state law sets a time limit for suit. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 31. Coverage A of the CGL policy provides. Option A, personal and advertising injury. Option B, bodily injury and property damage liability. Option C, medical payments. Option D, products completed operations only. The correct answer is option B, bodily injury and property damage liability. Coverage A covers buy and PD caused by an occurrence to which the policy applies. Question 32. A salvage title is issued when. Option A, a vehicle is new. Option B, a vehicle has been declared a total loss by an insurer. Option C, a vehicle is leased. Option D, a vehicle has no damage. The correct answer is option A, a vehicle is new. A salvage title indicates the vehicle was totaled and may have been rebuilt. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 33. Medical payments coverage in a CGL policy. Option A, requires proof of negligence. Option B, pays medical expenses for injuries on the insured's premises or from operations, regardless of fault. Option C, pays the insured's own medical bills. Option D, covers employees. The correct answer is option C, pays the insured's own medical bills. Medical payments coverage is no-fault coverage for injuries to others on the premises. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 34. Garage keepers coverage protects. Option A, the garage building. Option B, customers' vehicles in the garage's custody. Option C, the dealer's inventory. Option D, employee vehicles. The correct answer is option A, the garage building. Garage keepers covers customers' vehicles. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 35. A commercial articles coverage form, inland marine, covers. Option A, real estate. Option B, scheduled, high-value items such as fine arts, jewelry, and cameras. Option C, automobiles. Option D, inventory only. The correct answer is option A, real estate. Commercial articles floaters cover scheduled items of high value. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 36. A contractor's equipment floater covers. Option A, buildings under construction. Option B, mobile construction equipment and tools. Option C, liability. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option A, buildings under construction. Contractors' equipment floaters cover movable construction equipment on an open perils basis. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 37. Estoppel prevents a party from. Option A, filing a claim. Option B, denying a fact that has been previously established by their actions. Option C, paying premiums. Option D, canceling a policy. The correct answer is option D, canceling a policy. Estoppel prevents someone from asserting something contrary to what their previous actions or statements implied. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 38. Collision coverage pays for. Option A, fire damage. Option B, upset of the vehicle or impact with another object. Option C, theft. Option D, vandalism. The correct answer is option B, upset of the vehicle or impact with another object. Collision covers rollover or impact with another vehicle or object. Question 39. A warehouseman's legal liability policy covers. Option A, the warehouse building. Option B, the warehouse operator's liability for customers' stored goods. Option C, employee injuries. Option D, automobiles. The correct answer is option A, the warehouse building. This covers the legal liability of a warehouse operator for goods stored by others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 40. Coverage F of a homeowner's policy provides. Option A, personal liability. Option B, medical payments to others. Option C, dwelling coverage. Option D, personal property. The correct answer is option A, personal liability. Coverage F is medical payments to others. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 41. An insurance policy is considered. Option A, a verbal agreement. Option B, a legal contract between the insurer and insured. Option C, a suggestion. Option D, non-binding. The correct answer is option B, a legal contract between the insurer and insured. An insurance policy is a legally enforceable contract. Question 42. The war exclusion in a commercial auto policy excludes. Option A, all accidents. Option B, losses caused by war, insurrection, or rebellion. Option C, only declared wars. Option D, only foreign wars. The correct answer is option C, only declared wars. War and similar actions are standard exclusions in most insurance policies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 43. The cross-liability coverage under separation of insureds. Option A, prohibits suits between insureds. Option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Option C, eliminates all coverage. Option D, only applies to individuals. The correct answer is option B, allows one insured to sue another insured under the policy, subject to exclusions. Cross-liability means the policy covers claims by one insured against another insured. Question 44. An insurer's annual statement is. Option A, optional. Option B, a detailed financial report filed with state insurance departments. Option C, only for shareholders. Option D, a marketing document. The correct answer is option C, only for shareholders. Annual statements provide regulators with detailed financial information. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 45. The fire legal liability coverage in a CGL policy. Option A, covers all fire damage. Option B, covers damage to premises rented to the insured caused by the insured's negligence in starting a fire. Option C, covers only the insured's own property. Option D, is excluded. The correct answer is option B, covers damage to premises rented to the insured caused by the insured's negligence in starting a fire. Fire legal liability covers the insured's liability for fire damage to rented premises. Question 46. In a unilateral contract. Option A, both parties make enforceable promises. Option B, only one party makes an enforceable promise. Option C, neither party makes a promise. Option D, the contract is void. The correct answer is option B, only one party makes an enforceable promise. In insurance, the insurer makes the promise to pay, the insured is not obligated to continue paying premiums. Question 47. And how for policy covers? Option A, the building. Option B, personal property of a tenant. Option C, condominium units. Option D, older homes. The correct answer is option A, the building. Ho for is the renter's form, covering personal property. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 48. The transfer of risk from an individual to an insurance company in exchange for a premium is known as option A, risk avoidance. Option B, risk retention. Option C, risk transfer. Option D, risk reduction. The correct answer is option D, risk reduction. Risk transfer shifts the financial burden of a potential loss to the insurer. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 49. Liability imposed by law without regard to fault or negligence is called option A, vicarious liability. Option B, strict, absolute, liability. Option C, general liability. Option D, premises liability. The correct answer is option D, premises liability. Strict liability applies to inherently dangerous activities, regardless of the degree of care exercised. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 50. An occurrence in a liability policy is defined as option A, an intentional act by the insured. Option B, an accident, including continuous or repeated exposure to substantially the same general harmful conditions. Option C, only a sudden event. Option D, a criminal act. The correct answer is option A, an intentional act by the insured. An occurrence is an accident, including repeated exposure to harmful conditions. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 51. The CGL policy's medical payments coverage. Option A, requires proof of negligence. Option B, pays reasonable medical expenses for injuries on the insured's premises regardless of fault. Option C, covers the insured's own injuries. Option D, covers employees. The correct answer is option D, covers employees. MedPay is no-fault coverage for injuries to others. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 52. A builder's risk policy covers option A, completed buildings. Option B, buildings under construction and materials on site. Option C, liability only. Option D, workers' compensation. The correct answer is option D, workers' compensation. Builder's risk covers buildings in the course of construction, including materials and equipment. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 53. Physical damage coverage for dealers under a garage form is typically written on A. Option A, named perils basis only. Option B, blanket basis covering all dealer inventory. Option C, scheduled basis only. Option D, actual cash value only. The correct answer is option A, named perils basis only. Dealers typically need blanket coverage for fluctuating inventory. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 54. A consent to settle clause in a liability policy. Option A, allows the insurer to settle without the insured's consent. Option B, requires the insurer to obtain the insured's consent before settling a claim. Option C, prevents all settlements. Option D, allows the insured to demand settlement. The correct answer is option C, prevents all settlements. Some policies require the insured's consent to settle, protecting the insured's reputation. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 55. A commercial property policy's causes of loss basic form covers option A, all perils unless excluded. Option B, a limited list of named perils. Option C, only fire and lightning. Option D, all risks. The correct answer is option C, only fire and lightning. The basic form covers approximately 11 named perils. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 56. The PAP's cancellation provision requires the insurer to option A, cancel at any time without notice. Option B, provide advance written notice of cancellation, with timeframes varying by reason. Option C, obtain court approval. Option D, notify only the agent. The correct answer is option C, obtain court approval. Insurers must provide advance notice per state law. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 57. A surplus lines insurer. Option A, writes coverage for standard risks. Option B, writes coverage for risks that standard insurers will not accept. Option C, is always a domestic insurer. Option D, does not need to be licensed. The correct answer is option B, writes coverage for risks that standard insurers will not accept. Surplus lines insurers provide coverage for unusual or high-risk exposures that admitted insurers decline. Question 58. An insurer's certificate of authority is option A, a license to sell insurance in the state. Option B, a producer's license. Option C, a certificate of insurance. Option D, an adjuster's license. The correct answer is option B, a producer's license. A certificate of authority is the state's authorization for an insurer to do business. In this rotation, B is correct. Question 59. A hired auto under a commercial auto policy is: Option A, an auto the insured owns. Option B, an auto the insured leases, hires, rents, or borrows, not from employees. Option C, only rental cars. Option D, only leased vehicles. The correct answer is option A, an auto the insured owns. Hired autos are those the insured leases, hires, rents, or borrows. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 60. The CGL policy's other insurance clause for primary policies. Option A, always provides excess coverage. Option B, typically provides pro rata sharing with other primary policies. Option C, provides no coverage. Option D, always provides primary coverage regardless. The correct answer is option A, always provides excess coverage. Primary CGL policies typically share on a pro rata basis with other primary insurance. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 61. An insurer must pay or deny a claim within: Option A, 1 year. Option B, a specified period after receiving proof of loss, varies by state. Option C, no time limit. Option D, 6 months. The correct answer is option A, 1 year. Prompt payment laws require timely resolution of claims. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 62. Employment Practices Liability Insurance, EPLI, covers claims of: Option A, physical injuries. Option B, discrimination, wrongful termination, and harassment. Option C, property damage. Option D, automobile accidents. The correct answer is option B, discrimination, wrongful termination, and harassment. EPLI covers employment-related claims such as discrimination, harassment, and wrongful termination. Question 63. A flood is defined by the NFIP as: Option A, any water damage. Option B, a general and temporary condition of partial or complete inundation of normally dry land. Option C, water damage from burst pipes. Option D, sewer backup only. The correct answer is option A, any water damage. NFIP defines flood as inundation of normally dry land affecting 2 or more properties or 2 or more acres. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 64. Under a coinsurance clause with an 80% requirement, if a building worth $200,000 is insured for $120,000 and a $40,000 loss occurs, the insurer will pay: Option A, $40,000. Option B, $30,000. Option C, $20,000. Option D, $10,000. The correct answer is option C, $20,000. $120,000 / $200,000 times 0.80 times $40,000 equals $120,000 / $160,000 times $40,000 equals 0.75 times $40,000 equals $30,000. Question 65. Cancellation of an insurance policy. Option A, can be done without notice. Option B, must comply with policy provisions and state law regarding notice and reasons. Option C, is at the insured's sole discretion. Option D, requires court approval. The correct answer is option B, must comply with policy provisions and state law regarding notice and reasons. Cancellation requires proper notice and must comply with state law. Question 66. The damage to premises rented to you limit in a CGL policy is typically: Option A, the full policy limit. Option B, a sublimit, commonly $50,000 to $100,000. Option C, unlimited. Option D, the same as the general aggregate. The correct answer is option C, unlimited. This sublimit caps fire legal liability for rented premises. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 67. Underinsured motorist, UIM, coverage applies when: Option A, the at-fault driver has no insurance. Option B, the at-fault driver's liability limits are insufficient to cover the insured's damages. Option C, the insured is at fault. Option D, the accident involves only one vehicle. The correct answer is option D, the accident involves only one vehicle. UIM covers the gap between the at-fault driver's limits and the insured's UIM limits. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 68. The products and completed operations hazard covers: Option A, premises liability only. Option B, bodily injury and property damage from products sold or work completed by the insured. Option C, ongoing operations. Option D, professional services. The correct answer is option C, ongoing operations. Products and completed operations covers liability arising after products leave the insured's control or work is completed. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 69. An experience modification factor in workers' compensation, option A, has no effect on premium. Option B, adjusts premium based on the employer's loss experience compared to industry average. Option C, always increases premium. Option D, always decreases premium. The correct answer is option D, always decreases premium. Experience mod reflects the employer's actual loss history. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 70. Market conduct examinations by state insurance departments review. Option A, an insurer's financial condition only. Option B, an insurer's sales, advertising, underwriting, and claims practices. Option C, only premium rates. Option D, only agent licensing. The correct answer is option D, only agent licensing. Market conduct exams focus on treatment of policyholders and compliance with laws. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 71. A hit-and-run accident is covered under which PAP coverage? Option A, collision for property damage, for bodily injury if the driver is unidentified. Option B, only liability. Option C, only comprehensive. Option D, only medical payments. The correct answer is option B, only liability. Covers by from hit and run, collision covers vehicle damage, with deductible. Question 72. Diminution of value claims seek to recover. Option A, the full replacement cost. Option B, the reduction in a vehicle's market value after repair from an accident. Option C, medical expenses. Option D, the deductible. The correct answer is option C, medical expenses. Diminution of value is the difference between pre-accident and post-repair market value. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 73. The legal requirement that an insurance applicant must suffer a legitimate financial loss if the insured property is damaged is called. Option A, subrogation. Option B, insurable interest. Option C, consideration. Option D, utmost good faith. The correct answer is option B, insurable interest. Insurable interest prevents insurance from becoming a gambling contract by ensuring the policyholder is protected against actual financial hardship. Question 74. The declarations page of a property policy includes: Option A, policy exclusions. Option B, the insured's name, address, policy limits, and premium. Option C, policy conditions. Option D, definitions. The correct answer is option C, policy conditions. The declarations page personalizes the policy with specific information about the insured and coverage. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 75. Personal property of others coverage in a commercial property policy applies to: Option A, the insured's own property. Option B, property of others in the insured's care, custody, or control. Option C, employee personal items at home. Option D, the building. The correct answer is option C, employee personal items at home. This coverage applies to property of others under the insured's care, custody, or control. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 76. The loss payable clause in a property policy. Option A, names the insured. Option B, designates who receives the loss payment, example, a loss payee. Option C, states the premium. Option D, lists exclusions. The correct answer is option D, lists exclusions. The loss payable clause identifies a loss payee, such as a lender, entitled to receive claim payments. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 77. The PAP's other insurance clause for liability typically provides: Option A, pro rata sharing with other policies. Option B, that the PAP is excess over other collectible insurance for non-owned vehicles. Option C, no coverage if other insurance exists. Option D, primary coverage always. The correct answer is option C, no coverage if other insurance exists. For non-owned vehicles, the PAP is typically excess over other collectible insurance. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 78. A staff adjuster is: Option A, independent. Option B, an employee of an insurance company. Option C, a public adjuster. Option D, an agent. The correct answer is option A, independent. Staff adjusters are salaried employees of the insurer. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 79. The pollution exclusion in a commercial property policy. Option A, covers all pollution losses. Option B, excludes loss caused by the release of pollutants unless caused by a specified cause of loss. Option C, covers gradual pollution. Option D, is optional. The correct answer is option D, is optional. Pollution losses are broadly excluded with limited exceptions for specified causes of loss. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 80. Rebating in insurances. Option A, offering a discount on the premium. Option B, giving a portion of the premium or something of value not specified in the policy as an inducement to purchase. Option C, illegal sales practice. Option D, charging higher premiums. The correct answer is option C, illegal sales practice. Rebating is illegal in most states as an unfair trade practice. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 81. Pollution coverage under a commercial auto policy is: Option A, broadly covered. Option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Option C, automatically included. Option D, covered only for bodily injury. The correct answer is option B, limited or excluded, with a specific pollution endorsement available. Pollution from auto accidents may be covered, but broader pollution is excluded without endorsement. Question 82. The actual cash value settlement for a vehicle is: Option A, replacement cost. Option B, the pre-loss market value, considering depreciation. Option C, the original purchase price. Option D, the loan balance. The correct answer is option D, the loan balance. ACV is replacement cost minus depreciation. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 83. The pollution exclusion in a CGL policy. Option A, covers all pollution losses. Option B, excludes bodily injury and property damage arising from pollutants, with limited exceptions. Option C, covers gradual pollution. Option D, is optional. The correct answer is option A, covers all pollution losses. The absolute pollution exclusion broadly excludes pollution-related claims with very limited exceptions. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 84. Aftermarket parts in auto repair are: Option A, always OEM parts. Option B, parts not made by the original manufacturer, which may be used in repairs. Option C, always lower quality. Option D, not allowed by insurers. The correct answer is option A, always OEM parts. Aftermarket, non-OEM, parts may be used in repairs to control costs. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 85. Assumption of risk as a defense means: Option A, the defendant assumed the risk. Option B, the plaintiff knowingly and voluntarily accepted a known risk. Option C, the insurer assumed the risk. Option D, the court assumed the risk. The correct answer is option C, the insurer assumed the risk. If the plaintiff knew and understood the risk and voluntarily accepted it, they may be barred from recovery. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 86. Subrogation in property insurance allows the insurer to: Option A, cancel the policy. Option B, recover claim payments from a negligent third party. Option C, deny all claims. Option D, increase premiums. The correct answer is option A, cancel the policy. Subrogation transfers the insured's right of recovery to the insurer after a claim is paid. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 87. The basic extended reporting period, tail, in a claims-made CGL. Option A, is unlimited. Option B, provides 5 years to report claims. Option C, provides a limited period, usually 60 days, to report claims after policy termination. Option D, has no reporting extension. The correct answer is option A, is unlimited. The basic ERP provides a short automatic extension. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 88. Workers' compensation is governed by: Option A, federal law exclusively. Option B, state laws with some federal oversight. Option C, the NAIC. Option D, individual employer policies. The correct answer is option B, state laws with some federal oversight. Workers' compensation is primarily state-regulated with some federal programs. Question 89. An intervening cause in negligence. Option A, has no effect on liability. Option B, breaks the chain of causation, potentially relieving the original negligent party of liability. Option C, always increases liability. Option D, is the same as proximate cause. The correct answer is option A, has no effect on liability. An intervening cause may be a superseding cause that relieves the original actor of liability. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 90. The employer's liability exclusion in the CGL excludes: Option A, all injuries to employees. Option B, bodily injury to employees arising out of and in the course of employment. Option C, only injuries during work hours. Option D, only injuries on the premises. The correct answer is option D, only injuries on the premises. Work-related employee injuries are covered by workers' compensation, not CGL. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 91. The fellow employee exclusion in a PAP excludes coverage for option A. Injuries to passengers. Option B. Injuries to fellow employees in the course of employment, covered by workers' compensation. Option C. All employee injuries. Option D. Family member injuries. The correct answer is option C. All employee injuries. Injuries to coworkers in the course of employment are excluded because workers' compensation applies. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 92. A newly acquired auto has automatic coverage under a PAP for option A. The full policy term without notice. Option B. A limited period, typically 14 days, if the insured notifies the insurer. Option C. No coverage until added to the policy. Option D. 30 days regardless of notification. The correct answer is option C. No coverage until added to the policy. Newly acquired autos have automatic coverage for a short period, provided the insured notifies the insurer. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 93. Punitive damages are intended to option A. Compensate the victim for actual losses. Option B. Punish the defendant for egregious conduct and deter similar behavior. Option C. Pay medical bills. Option D. Cover lost wages. The correct answer is option A. Compensate the victim for actual losses. Punitive, exemplary, damages go beyond compensation to punish and deter. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 94. A morale hazard involves option A. Intentional dishonesty. Option B. Carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Option C. Physical conditions increasing risk. Option D. Legal conditions increasing risk. The correct answer is option B. Carelessness or indifference to loss because insurance exists. Morale hazard is carelessness or indifference to loss because the person has insurance coverage. Question 95. The retrospective rating plan. Option A. Sets a fixed premium. Option B. Adjusts the final premium based on actual losses during the policy period, within a range. Option C. Has no premium adjustment. Option D. Only reduces premiums. The correct answer is option A. Sets a fixed premium. Retrospective rating adjusts the premium after the policy period based on actual losses. In this rotation, A is correct. Question 96. An independent adjuster is option A. An employee of an insurer. Option B. A self-employed adjuster who contracts with insurers to handle claims. Option C. A public adjuster. Option D. An agent. The correct answer is option C. A public adjuster. Independent adjusters are contractors, not employees. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 97. Implied authority refers to option A. Authority explicitly written in the contract. Option B. Authority that is reasonably necessary to carry out express authority. Option C. Authority the agent assumes. Option D. Authority granted by the insured. The correct answer is option D. Authority granted by the insured. Implied authority flows from express authority and includes actions necessary to perform the agent's duties. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 98. The named insured in a PAP includes option A. Only the person listed on the declarations. Option B. The person listed and their spouse if residing in the same household. Option C. All household members. Option D. Only the vehicle owner. The correct answer is option D. Only the vehicle owner. The named insured includes the listed individual and their resident spouse. In this rotation, D is correct. Question 99. A foreign insurer is one that is option A. Incorporated in a state. Option B. Incorporated in another state. Option C. Incorporated in another country. Option D. Unlicensed. The correct answer is option C. Incorporated in another country. Foreign insurers are domestic in one state but doing business in another state. In this rotation, C is correct. Question 100. The insuring agreement in a property policy. Option A. Lists exclusions. Option B. States the insurer's promise to pay for covered losses. Option C. Defines policy conditions. Option D. Lists the insured's duties. The correct answer is option B. States the insurer's promise to pay for covered losses. The insuring agreement is the core of the policy, outlining the scope of coverage and what the insurer agrees to do.